Hey everyone, it's me, Donna. All right, I want to make this video about something that I have talked about in other videos, but I really want to kind of go into detail in this video about it. Um, the thing I want to talk about is commercials. Like, where the heck are all the good commercials from the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Like, really? Where have they gone? Like, right now, mostly all I see is car insurance commercials. That's mostly what is dominating the TV when you watch TV, and even the internet when you're watching videos on YouTube. Most of it is either car commercials or somebody trying to teach you how to make money on YouTube. Like, really? Like, I am so sick of those commercials. They won't teach you how to make money and blah, blah, blah. Bye bye. I've seen enough of those. Those get on my nerves so bad. Like, I mean, I get everybody's wanting to make money and whatever, but they just really overdo that too much. So why not go back to TV with your other, like all these other companies out there, your cereal commercials or cereal companies for one thing. Okay. Cereal commercials used to be a big thing back in the 80s or 70s, 80s, 90s, all that, until, of course, the government stepped in, especially on Saturday mornings, and totally ruined that. Like, oh no, can't show sugary cereal to kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh my God, like there's not worse things out there. But, it's like after that, it's like everything went, and you don't really see many cereal commercials anymore. I mean, you see a few from the dominant companies like Cheerios and all that, but what about all these other cereals out there? And just the way that they did commercials back then, they were so awesome, and they were more family oriented, and they just had this something about them that is very lacking in today's just I don't know, today's commercials. Today's commercials seem to try to be more weird or more toward dry humor. I'm kind of sick of it, like, or sarcasm. Like, everything has to be sarcastic now, which I get it. Sometimes it works with some stuff, and sometimes it's funny. But I don't want to see it dominate everything. Okay? Let's have a little bit of heart out there, and actually emphasize the goodness of your product, and just enough with the car commercials already. It's just unreal at how many car commercials there are. Okay? I just want to see other things. I'm sick of the medical crap. It's just constantly, do you have joint pain? Do you have this? Do you have that? May cause stomach cramps, bloating, you name it. Like, really? I want to see more things. There's some things that are missing now that I kind of took note of because I've been going back and watching quite a bit of the old commercials and stuff from the time frame of, say, like the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. And I've noted some things that are missing in today's society. Not only in the commercials, but also just the products are not here anymore. And I just think once we get over all this whole COVID thing, if we can find some sense of normalcy, if the government will let people communicate and be around each other, and all that, when we finally break through that little hurdle, um, and things, try to hopefully get back to normal. It would be nice if companies would start back up in making products that used to exist back between the 70s and 90s. And for instance, let's take clothing for starters, okay? Remember the stonewash jeans and all that, and jackets and what have you. Let's bring that back. And let's play around, bring back the normal stonewashed jeans that everyone loves that were awesome in both the regular blue jean look as well as the dark to black blue jean look. Those were really neat. I would like to see that make a comeback, but also different colors, like from say neon colors to pastels to even the dark colors and all that, maybe metallic and all that for male oriented type thing as well, female too, but to go from different ranges of the colors and stuff and just to get the different looks, that would be neat. Bring back corduroy in a bigger way. I have noticed that they have kind of brought back corduroy on a smaller scale, and one thing that irritates me as far as the women's clothes is the corduroys are too tight in the leg. I cannot stand how tight they are. I mean, you might as well be putting on tights. I mean, you can't even hardly get your leg in the pants. I don't like that. I prefer a looser uh, fit in the legs. Give my legs some room to kind of move around in my pants. I'm not talking about bell bottoms because I don't like bell bottoms, but I do like a little bit of a looser leg when it comes to pants and blue jeans and all that. And the color spectrum could vary. You could do the bright to the neons and the pastels and all that with that as well. I mean, I just think it would be so cool, and the darker colors and all that. Um, yeah, that needs to come back. I mean, now is the time. So, hello, companies out there. If you're wanting to bring back your old brands, or if you're a new company starting out and you want to get into something, or investors wanting to get together and create a company, those types of clothes I think would do well right now. Okay. Also, remember those Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, which I never was able as a kid to afford any of that, but I remember seeing the commercials. Those were the darker colored jeans. They were a little more upscale. It would be neat to kind of bring those back. That look, the way the pockets kind of looked, and just the fact that they were a darker type of jean. That those were nice. So bring those back. Um, okay, as well as like the different perfumes and stuff. I remember, man, when perfumes were really, pushed. Like, you had all these, like Gloria Vanderbilt perfume and even like Electric Youth, by Debbie Gibson. Oh my goodness, I love that perfume. Which you can't even find that anymore. It's, you have to pay a big amount on eBay to even get your hands on that perfume. But it would be neat if they could bring that back. Maybe Debbie Gibson, can work with a cosmetic company and bring that back. And a lot of these other wonderful perfumes. I would like to see more of those in commercials and all that, as well as the spray. You remember the Impulse commercials, the body sprays and all that, and they'll say, when a man suddenly brings you flowers, that's Impulse or whatever it was. Uh, that was neat. I would like to see more of those commercials. Of course, your hamburger helper commercials. Like to see more stuff related to that. And of course, like I mentioned, the cereals, all the different things from the sugary cereals to the not so sugary cereals, all the whole spectrum. It would be neat to see that. And what about those Tang? Like, I don't even know, do they make Tang anymore? But I remember, man, those commercials used to be all the time. I'd like to see that, and if you're not making Tang, whoever you are, why not do it? Why not bring that back? That was a nice brand. Um, Snapple, which I know from what I understand is still around, but you don't see Snapple commercials anymore, or at least I don't. Let's bring that back. Um, in a big way. Snapple was a good product, and I would like to be able to go to the grocery store and see it on the aisles and purchase it just like you would anything else. So yeah. And also, the different bubble gums, Hubba Bubba and all that stuff, bring back those commercials and all that. There's so many brands that I think would do well right now if these companies would do it and actually promote your product. People will see it, people will buy it, sales will go up, you know. That's the problem I've noticed with grocery stores. It seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've noticed a trend of grocery stores of scaling down. Like, they're, especially in these smaller towns, it's like they've done things to make the actual store smaller, and therefore they don't put much on their shelves anymore. Well, as I have mentioned in other videos, I would like to see a mega store come back, like back in the days of Food World and all that. Remember when grocery stores were real big, even in small towns, like they would pop up like a big store, Jitney Jungle, all that type of thing. Let's come back with these big stores to where there's more room for people to shop, and there's more brands to choose from. And especially if they could do like a mega vintage slash today's type store. Like it has mixtures from the good old days of brands. That they could do contracts with different companies to have store shelf, especially for those older brands that used to be made, that currently isn't, but yet that will be hopefully brought back and put on the shelves. All those wonderful classic brands that we loved and enjoyed. They could have areas dedicated to those older brands. Okay. That would be awesome. I think something like this would do great. In this world of vintage, in this world of people having nostalgia and remembering when and all that, if they could pop up a big mega store that offered that along with all the name brands of today that are currently available, I think that would be a hit. And I would love to see that in Russellville, Alabama. It would just be so awesome if somebody would have the audacity and the drive to do something like that. All you rich folks out there that got all that money, that are wondering what shall you do with your portfolios and all that, get together and create a big mega store like this, and maybe call it Mega Classics or something like that. Just something that would really stand out, the name of course, that would immediately, when someone says that store name, you automatically know what the deal is, and you can't wait to go and see all the different things that are available from yesterday as well as today. So, I mean, to me, the thought of that is just exciting and wonderful. And I think now's the time to do it. So, let's get that rolling, guys. I mean, that would just be, awesome. So anyway, I just wanted to, make a video about this and just see what you guys think out there. I mean, do you think all this would be a good idea to bring some of this stuff back? And what brands would you love to see make a comeback? Like, I would like to see your input on it as well. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.